Just trying to get it. Trying to share the screen. Good evening, everybody. Just waiting for the reactions to see if we're up and running okay. It's saying that we are on my notifications. Hi, Jade. Let's say hello to everybody. Hi, Gloria, Christina, Julia, Chrissy, Zoe, Peggy. How are you? Julie. Did I say Julie? Michaela. How you doing? Kiwi Man. How you doing? I like your question, by the way, Kiwi Man. That's going to be a good. That's going to be a conversation starter. Hi, Lorraine. Hi, Jade. Hi, Linda. Kels, how you doing? Chrissy, Kelly. Hi, Chris. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Susie, Debbie, Tracy, Anne, Caroline, Shelley, Kelly, Claire. We're doing a bit differently tonight because I didn't really have time to write down everybody's questions and all that kind of stuff like I normally do in my little book. So we're winging it tonight, and we're going rogue. We're going to get it straight off social media.
Ben's got one. I've got the other.
I've got YouTube. There is Instagram as well, actually. Oh. So I'll check Instagram after.
Okay. Ben's got YouTube. I've got Facebook.
All right.
I haven't.
So I've got all the YouTube questions. See that? So I'm ready to go. So we're going a bit rogue tonight. How is everybody? Are you all okay? Has it been a good week? Hi, Vicky. Chris, how you doing?
I've just realised my calendar is still on July.
Yeah,
it's August.
It's the 1st of August.
I need to change that.
This month has gone so quick. And it was your birthday.
It was my birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy 21st.
Thank you.
Hi, Jane. Kirsty, sorry. To clean my glasses. Cats from Australia. How you doing, all right? G'day.
Don't try doing.
I'm not going to try and do an Aussie accent.
Please don't.
Fanny, how you doing? Liz, Rebecca. Shannon. How you doing, Shannon? Tracy. Highland Portraits. How you doing? All right.
What's that?
I don't know. It's kind of a Jedi wave. These are not the droids you're looking for.
I'll take 25 as well. 25, 21.
Yeah.
It's better than the real. I'll take 25. 25 plus a couple of years.
I remember thinking to myself when I was a teenager, I was thinking about my 21st birthday, and then you're thinking about your 30th, and I've just had my 50th. It's just absolutely bonkers, isn't it?
I'm not there yet.
It's just bonkers how quick it goes. But let's not dwell on that. It's supposed to be an uplifting live. Good morning from Australia, Leslie. But you've got nice weather. Got to, haven't you? Yeah, I know it's Australian winter, innit? But you still get nice weather.
Better than our summer.
So better than ours. Blimey. So we're going to have to take the tent down, guys. Just throwing it out there. We're going to have to take the tent down this weekend because apparently we have got a storm coming our way on Monday, Tuesday. 85-mile-an-hour winds. Think the trampoline will be okay because I've got boulders on it and I've got big, what do you call that? Bendy steel.
Bendy steel?
Stuff you put in concrete. Rebar. I've got rebar hooks like this long. And I've got big blocks on the trampoline. So fingers crossed the trampoline will be okay. It may well stay in the same place but end up like that. But it should be okay.
I've got to keep checking for the rain because I've got washing out.
You're going to crick your neck in a minute.
I don't want it to get wet. It's been out all afternoon.
So we've got this storm coming. Apparently, you heard it on the news, though, didn't you?
No, I read it on.
You read it online?
Online.
Wasn't AI, was it?
I don't think it was AI. I've looked at enough AI this afternoon.
So much AI in there. So much AI. Yeah. So to be honest with you, the kids haven't been going in the tent because we have got this massive, and I mean ridiculous, earwig infestation. They are literally everywhere.
I'm dreading you taking it down because they are going to be everywhere in that tent. So how are you going to get rid of them?
I'm going to have to take it down bit by bit, sweeping off. So the door surrounds. You know, where you get the wind cover for the door seam, door zip, covered, absolutely covered in earwigs. So we're going to have to brush them all off and get rid of them all that way. But the tent's going to have to come down. Feels like the end of summer though, didn't it? If you do that, we've still got another month.
Yeah, we've still got
August
and September. You know, we've had some nice weather in September before.
Yes, we have. Oh, happy 71st birthday, Jane.
It's a good day for a birthday. That's my birthday, July 26th.
Yep. Happy birthday. So yeah, tent's coming down. That's the news of the day. That's going to have to come down. And Noah did the grass. That's good of him, wasn't it?
He cleaned the cars.
I know.
And he cleaned Lizzie's car today with the help of Florence.
Good lad, isn't he?
And about 3 bottles of washing up liquid. Florence was just like that with the washing up liquid. Noah was like...
Florence loves her bubbles, doesn't she?
So
she absolutely loves her bubbles.
They cleaned the car.
Did a good job.
He was actually going to clean our cars again, but then he said they don't need cleaning because they're clean.
Just need a rinse underneath, really, to get rid of all the salt.
If you rinsed underneath, the car will probably fall apart.
Yeah. Oh, not more Play-Doh. We need new Play-Doh, to be honest, because all our Play-Doh is brown now. To be honest with you, it's just that we need new Play-Doh. Although I don't mind playing Play-Doh.
Florence loves it.
She does. She really does. She really does. Zoe, did you love your birthday?
I did. It was a lovely day. We had a lovely day.
It was a good day, wasn't it? So Peggy said, never heard of such an earwig. I know.
It's awful.
I know. It's weird, isn't it?
They're everywhere.
Haley's been talking a lot about it on the comments of the videos. She's doing entomology. How cool is that? The study of bugs. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? Entomology. Going into like crime scenes and stuff because they use a lot of that, don't they? Entomology. Lit in your ears. I know. 39th birthday on the 24th of July. Happy birthday, Emily. 39. Oh, congratulations, Zoe. Second grandchild, Amber, was born yesterday. That's amazing. Awesome. Brilliant. Right, I'm going to go through some of the stuff on YouTube on the posts feed, the community feed. Sorry, I'll just put my brain into order in a second. So Peggy put, looking forward to the live. Nice to see you, Peggy. Thank you for the comment. Kiwi Man put a bit early, perhaps, but what are the Sullivans planning to do at Christmas this year? On the videos, that is different from the past ones. Sorry, I'll read it properly, shall I? Are the Sullivans planning on doing something at Christmas on the videos that's different from the past ones? Well, we certainly won't be going to premiere for Christmas dinner.
Before last, wasn't it?
It was. We certainly won't be doing that, and it's not too early to talk about it because we love Christmas. And like Isabel watches Christmas TikToks all year.
She's already got Christmas ones coming up.
Yeah, she's already got Christmas ones coming up now that she's watching. So I don't. To be honest with you, we're just gonna play it by ear. You know, we pretty much put a vlog out every day, don't we?
Yeah, Christmas is kind of. I guess everyone has their own traditions, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. So lights, decorations. That's the first thing in it. But no doubt Zoe will be going into the shops and checking out some of the Christmas stuff on vlogs beforehand when you
there's already
doing some Christmas hauls.
There's already Christmas chocolate in the shops.
So you'll be doing some Christmas hauls. And or not hauls, but going and do some shop with me's as well. Yeah, going to have a mooch around the shops and see what's going on. I'm going to be looking for some new lights probably this year. We've saved the bush, haven't we?
We say that every year, and we don't need them.
I want, yeah. Well, you could do something. Could do something. I'm kind of thinking like we used. You remember we used to put the red ball lights. They're kind of like ball lights around the bush in front of the house in the old house.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it was like a mixture of white and the red, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they broke last year though, didn't they? And then we ended up with different ones on the bush.
Yeah.
We had to buy new ones.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind some red ones again.
We bought new ones last year.
Did we?
Yeah.
Can't remember. Did we? Did
Yeah.
we? Okay. So I'm not sure. But obviously we've taken the fence down at the front, so we can't put lights on the fence anymore. So we'll have to have a plan B. Maybe we'll have some big lights that shine up the house that you can see from space. Sun to stop here. It's nice to think about Christmas though. I know summer's not over, but Christmas is a nice time. So thanks, Kiwi man. Right. Greg, keep up the good work. You do a great job. Thank you, Greg. Gloria. Hi, Gloria. Big shout out for you. And then let's go through Julie. Right, hobbies. So hobbies, what are the kids doing at the moment? So Eva and Toby love playing the guitar.
Eva loves music.
She loves music. So we are thinking...
Actually, Toby does as well, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Toby loves music as well.
Especially playing the guitar. And they're pretty good. So we're thinking about maybe getting them some guitar lessons, aren't we? We're talking about that. But we'll see how that goes. So we're thinking about getting them some guitar lessons. You've now got... You do the dancing. So who have we got dancing?
Olivia and Isabel.
Yeah.
They do... Well, Isabel does... Well, they both do lyrical, don't they? And acro.
Love
or
Christmas
advanced tricks and lyrical. But Olivia also does... Is that what Isabel does? Yeah. Olivia does... she's a freestyle dancer. Competition. Freestyle dancer.
Yeah.
And then the twins both do ballet. And then Agnes and Leah do cheer. They've actually just done tryouts for the cheer squads this year, and they both got in.
They got in.
So that is another hobby.
Yeah.
They also all do swimming.
Yeah.
Don't they?
I've suggested to Joseph about swimming. We're just approaching the subject at the moment.
Yeah.
He likes to come to swimming and he likes to watch the swimming. That's as far as we're getting at the moment. Because every time I've asked him, he's like, no. So I'm like, right, okay. So we'll leave it for a bit and we'll just keep taking him swimming and see how he gets on with that. You know what I mean?
Who else is there? Noah plays football.
Yep. Charlotte's not really good. She used to dance, but she's not really got a hobby now. But then she's working.
And work and
she's
stuff,
working
so
like all the time in college. So
they're like adults now, as you know.
Yeah.
Their downtimes, their hobbies are downtime, aren't they? Between working. Just like the rest of the adults.
It's my. Do you know
Elizabeth still obviously does a lot of art and gaming and stuff like that, but
it's mad how quickly it all changes. You know, 1 minute you've got all these like little ones growing into teenagers, and the next minute these teenagers have all got jobs and they're all over the shop, aren't they? So we find
it's actually harder to keep up.
So sometimes it's like I was just about to say, it's really hard to keep up sometimes with what is going on, you know, and you just kind of, and yeah, we kind of like our own, not route. We are routine, don't we? We kind of like we like to know what we're doing. So it means we'll have a chat in the morning over a coffee. You know, we'll go through comments and all that kind of stuff as well. But we'll have a chat in the morning over a coffee about what we want to do that day and what we're expecting to achieve that day. And it all just, some days it just all goes, it just literally,
We do have a timetable of when everyone's working.
We
Today's
do.
like 3 till 9, 9 till 3, 3 till 9, 11 till 5, 5 till 11. And, you know.
So it's so busy sometimes trying to keep up with the teens, but also, you know, you spend a lot of time with the little ones, but you've also got to remember you've got to spend time with the teens as well, doing what their interests are and what they want to do. And sometimes they need a hand with stuff. You know, they need a hand with filling applications out and all this kind of stuff, and how to, writing an email, to putting an email together properly, and all these sorts of things. You know, so your life is kind of it just feels like it changes all the time, doesn't it?
All the time.
All the time, like you just can't keep up. Sometimes you can't keep up, and I don't know whether sometimes that comes across on videos. Sometimes it is that we're just sometimes we feel like we've been tangoed, because you're just running from here to there to here to there to here to there, and filming a video and filming a vlog and all this kind of thing, and all your plans for the day have changed because that's been thrown in, and that hasn't it. And it's kind of like, right, well, you go and do that, and I'll go and do this, and so yeah, it's crazy at the moment, and it's really I feel like everything's really changed a lot in the last year or so. I think really changed, don't you? Yeah.
Last year. Well, yeah, no, last year probably, maybe 2 years. Well, since we moved, really.
That was the big change when we moved, leaving the Air Force. Boeing, I had a year's contract at Boeing, didn't I? And then we decided to work self-employed, which is the biggest decision we've ever made in our life, isn't it? Really. Yeah, life just changes, doesn't it, all the time? Try and keep up. That's what it is. So great question, Julie. Thanks. Florence dances as well, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, Florence does ballet. Yeah, Florence does ballet.
The other thing we're thinking of doing as well is, I know people have asked a few questions about, do the kids see their friends? Toby keeps in touch with his friends. We probably will organise some kind of catch up with Agnes and her friends, and the twins often see their friends out and about around. But we're thinking about doing guides.
Yeah, I've been looking at getting. Well,
we were thinking about doing maybe
sure
guides.
If the twins would be brownies still, guides. Agnes would be, but I think it might be a really good thing for them to kind of have another, because obviously they have friends, and then they have friends at like dancing and friends at cheer and all those sorts of things. But it would be nice for them to have another kind of social situation as well. Wouldn't it?
I mean, to be honest with you, it's not like they turn around to us every day and go, I want to see my mates. It's not like that at all, because they're so
too busy all the time.
They're so busy playing together.
I just think it would be nice, and not just that. I think they do like really fun things at guides, don't they? And they spend a lot of time outdoors and things like that. And I just think it would be quite nice for them to do brownies. I know the older ones. So the older ones started rainbows when they were quite young. I don't know if the twins did. I know Elizabeth and Olivia did. But then we moved. We had to move from Benson to. Was it when we moved? Where? No, it wasn't Scotland. I can't remember. But anyway, we moved, and it's we couldn't get them. There wasn't any space or something when we moved, and then Elizabeth would have gone up to. Anyway, the waiting list was huge, and we just didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't get round to it. And then they were too old. So, but I think they would. I think
it would be quite good. That's my job. I'm looking at brownies and guides at the moment. That's my job. So I'll look into that. So nice question. Tracy D has asked, if it wasn't for work reasons, do you think you could go without your phone or social media for a few days?
Yeah,
it'd be nice, wouldn't it? I could quite happily, as I was talking about, that's another thing about hobbies and stuff and interests. Actually, I'll go back to that. So Toby really wants to try sea fishing, and because I told him about, basically I used to go competition fishing when I was kind of his age and a teenager, and until I properly turned into a teenager, found a pub, and that was it. Sold all my fishing gear, as you do. Anyway, so I used to do a lot of fishing from the age of about 8. My uncle bought me this book, which I've given to Toby now. He just bought this book, and it's like an almanac on fishing, from everything from fly fishing to coarse fishing to freshwater fishing to sea fishing, the whole lot. And it tells you how to set up rigs and all this kind of stuff. And that's how I taught myself fishing, really. And my uncle's basically showed me the ropes as well. but he really wants to do fishing. So for me, I think not that this isn't us hating on YouTube or hating on what we do, but the question is, what would we enjoy a couple of days without our phones? Definitely. And that's just literally to go, oh, that's it. We're just 2 days and we'll just go and do some fishing or to go for some walks and stuff. It would be weird. And there's been times where because we have, we don't normally film on a Sunday. We were doing a vlog every single day, weren't we? But we don't film on a Sunday now. And that's kind of like our family day where we just decide in the morning what we're going to go and do. And we'll go and do something together. And we probably still do a few little bits and bobs for socials, for Facebook and TikTok and stuff. But we don't do a full YouTube video. So that kind of takes that away from the Sunday. But it was weird when we first started doing it. Because if you're out and about, you're normally filming or you're normally checking your phone for comments or you're doing this, so because we do it for a job. That's what we do for a job now. So it's kind of like our job is all week, isn't it? Really?
All the time. Yeah.
All the time. So you're constantly having a quick check on your phone, see how you're doing, see if your subscriber count's gone up or whatever else, or comments and this and that. So to give it up for a couple of days would be weird now. It wouldn't have done about 10 years ago, but now it'd be odd because we do not that. I think we're quite lucky because we've found a way. We're always reminding each other that it's family first, always. So no matter what is going on, sometimes if we've put on sorry guys, no vlog tonight, it's for a valid reason because obviously we've just gone no. It's too late. We've missed the edit and all this kind of stuff. So we'll just put that video on tomorrow and just let you guys know because we always maintain that it's family first and then, the social media comes next. And that we've always found that quite important, isn't it? To remind each other of that, haven't we?
Sorry, I've just got to log on to YouTube to get rid of this person because she's really annoying me now.
Okay.
But I've got my phone open on something different. So hold on, what you carry on?
All right, okay, yeah. Have we got a hater? Have we?
Oh, she's just some very sad individual who obviously has got nothing better to do.
Yeah. So
it's very difficult. Oh, I've got to sign in. Why have I got to sign in?
Is it that one? Is it that one?
Yeah, but I need to sign in.
No, you don't. Just do that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Bye-bye, Sado.
Okay. So sorry about that, guys. We just had a bit of a hater come on.
Well, I was going to leave her because I can't really be bothered. Do you know what I mean? It's just really sad. These people have just got the same rhetoric because they watch the same videos, and it's just that they say the same things. Like they think they're the most original person in the world, and they're really not. But then other people are getting upset by it. So
thanks for popping on. But
thanks for popping
anyway,
in.
So I was saying. There you go. So that's kind of sometimes that's the cost of doing what we do for a job as well. Is you're kind of looking after that side of things as well. I mean, we're getting a lot better now with the way we kind of rationalize hate and stuff. That to us now is like it's down there. Whatever.
It's the same thing all the time.
It's the same thing. It's the same crap all the time.
We don't work. We don't,
don't do anything.
If we didn't work, then how would we have money coming in? Do you know what I mean? How would we? We're struggling like everybody else. In fact, I've just done a vlog on the cost of living and the prices, which will be going out tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Mm-hmm.
And
fingers crossed.
We're not jetting off on holiday and all that sort of stuff because we can't afford to. But we're keeping everything afloat. We're keeping a family of 14 fed.
Clothed.
And because we work from home and do the job that we do, you get the same rhetoric from the same small-minded people who are like, well, how can you you just sat at home doing nothing all day, and it's just very boring. Just gets very boring.
To be honest with you, they're the same comments all the time from the same people, and they just keep coming back and making new accounts, and it's the same people again. And you just oh hi, you're back again then. All right, okay. Let's have another go then.
It's a reflection of them, not a reflection of us. It's a reflection of how sad their lives are.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want them taking over our life. They're just losers anyway. So, Sally. So who was that? That was Tracy D. So yeah, and what was the other question? What were the kids' ages when they first got their phones? Now, this is a bit of a It's a
bit of a bone of contention.
It is
with Elizabeth especially. So don't forget, Elizabeth is 20. She'll be 21 in August. So back when like her and Olivia's going to be 19 soon. So when they were small, younger,
nice.
not everybody had phones like they do now. So it was very different. So we always said I think was Elizabeth 13.
The initially now this is where kind of like parenting changes.
I think initially it was first year of high school, wasn't it? So when Elizabeth went to the first year of high school, she had a basic phone. It was just but then, you know, you're talking about 7 or 8 years ago. So the technology has moved so fast in the last 5 years, probably 4 or 5 years. Things have changed so much. So we did say first year of high school. And then with Olivia, I think she was probably 12 as well. And then I think the twins might have been 11, because obviously their 2 older sisters had phones. So it was kind of like, you know.
Thank you, Laura.
But Toby was 12, I think, wasn't he?
How old is he now?
He's 12.
He's 12, isn't he? Yeah.
And he hasn't had his phone for long.
No, so he hasn't had his phone for long. So it's kind of, it's around about the same age. It's when they, obviously we used to gauge everything around school.
I think it also depends on like their maturity levels as well. And but they don't have, obviously the older ones do have access to social media, but the younger ones don't have access to social media.
No.
Like the younger ones have iPads and they do go on YouTube Kids, but they know what they are and aren't allowed to watch. We constantly check on what they're watching.
We don't
most of the time they're around us anyway, but they don't have
TikTok, they don't have Instagram, any of the social medias. They don't have they're not supposed to watch YouTube shorts unless it's the shorts on one of the specific channels. Do you know what I mean? So like if you come onto our channel and you love watching our videos, you can watch our shorts. Do you know what I mean? But if you're watching a shorts feed, which is just a feed on YouTube, anything can be thrown at you. So what we've said to the kids is, we don't mind you watching the shorts feed so long as you're on the channel that you're watching, which could be one of the children's channels that they're watching, which is absolutely fine. But don't, you know, if we catch them watching the main shorts feed, then we're like, nah, that's not happening, you know.
I think the thing is like, even Toby doesn't have access to, Toby's 12, he doesn't have access to all the social media websites, but he does have
WhatsApp.
He has WhatsApp.
Because they've got a WhatsApp chat with his friends.
But obviously they come to us. There's a fine line between banning kids from social media and banning kids from the internet and teaching kids about social media and educating them. I know there's a massive debate about it. Like the high school have just said no phones from August when they go back. But the problem is, like, it's almost like it's a scary subject. We don't know how to handle this. We'll just ban them all from using it. And I just think, how are they suddenly going to know how to navigate this when they turn 16 and they're old enough? Like in Australia, people are saying they're banning it at 16. Or, you know, how are they suddenly going to know how to navigate that at 16? And yes, maybe they are a little bit more mature, but are they at 16? You're still not, your brain is still not mature when you're 16 any more than it is when you're 15.
No.
I just think it's really important. We've made a point of, we talk about social media. You know, we look at each other's social media. We know what the kids, even the older ones, they're always shoving things and showing us what they're watching. But we've also talked about, you know, we talk to them about hate. We talk to them about comments. We talk to them about all those sorts of things, about people they might meet on the internet. You know, not trusting people being who they are. And the kids all know that they're not allowed, if they're playing games or anything like that, they're not allowed to speak to people that they don't know, or that most of the time they're playing a game together. So it's, you know, and the older ones are all around. But I do think it's important for them to know how to navigate, because they're growing up in a world that is getting more and more AI, social media, technology, and not knowing how to navigate that because they haven't been taught. It's, you know, it could be a dangerous thing, couldn't it?
Yeah. Kels has just put on. Can I just say hi to Mary? Hi, Mary, and hi to Bluey Fan. How you doing? All right. So is it Kels? I got my first phone in 1997. You've just totally took me back to me getting my first phone.
Me too.
And
it was Sony Ericsson.
It was so the first ever mobile phone shop in the UK that I ever saw was Vodafone. It was the first ever shop, right? And it was in Abingdon? No. Albright? I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, it's near RAF Hulton, right? So I joined the Air Force at 20, nearly 21. And basically we all went into town. The first weekend we had off base, which isn't very often, but you get a weekend where you can go out. We went down to town and we all got mobile phone contracts. And I remember it was just this massive Motorola brick with a big flip on the front. And I took it down to Cornwall and I was like a magician showing people.
I'm pretty sure I had a Sony Ericsson, but I really wanted a Nokia 3310. That was the one that everybody wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah. And that was in 96. So you just took me right back to there.
Everybody wanted a Nokia 3310. It could play Snake on.
Yeah. You know, they go for a fortune now.
I know. I should have kept them.
They really do. The Nokia square brick things. They actually, people buy them now. Dumb phones, they call them, don't they? But see, that was my first mobile phone, and you couldn't even text on it. You know, it's just literally a phone. That was the first one. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But yeah. So I think the thing is that with what we try and put across.
Where did BlackBerry?
Yeah, what happened to BlackBerry?
I gave it to my dad, I think.
I reckon that's what gave me arthritis. Did anybody have a BlackBerry?
They're tiny.
Oh. I reckon that's what gave me arthritis, having a BlackBerry. I think our parenting changes. You know, we're not rigid. That's the rules. It changes and it adapts and it moves to the left and the right and this and that. You know, and it's kind of like there's certain things that we've relaxed a lot as parents is what I'm trying to say, but there's certain things that we still have a grip on. And I think phones and all that sort of stuff is one of them, isn't it?
Social media is definitely one of them, but it's not something that's going away.
No.
It's something that's growing.
And AI is getting bigger
everywhere. And I think the more that people try and not adults not learning about it to help teach their kids about it is not going to help the situation, because, you know, you need to help them, guide them. They guide me half the time, but, you know, that open conversation between what they're watching and what, you know, that's important. It's an important thing.
Yeah, Blackberries. Blackberries with the phone to have. They were, weren't they?
I thought I was, you know, proper
trying to write an email on this thing that's that big, and you're like, oh my, no, do you know what I mean? And it was crazy trying to write this little email because you called it. I'm just sending an email. Yeah, and it's like. So just gobbledygook because you can't write it because your thumbs are too fat. Anyway, Tracy, great question. Sally's asked for a shout out. Sally down in Falmouth. Hi, Sally. How you doing? All right. My question is for Ben and Zoe. Did you have any hobbies or interests as children? Did we have any hobbies or interests? Thank you, Cats. Thank you so much. That's great. Thank you. Did we have any hobbies? Yeah, fishing was my main hobby. And then later on, it's mainly fishing. What else do I do?
I don't know.
I think that was it. But later on, I got big into martial arts. But I'm
drinking.
Yeah, apart from that, that wasn't really a hobby. That was yeah. My God. I wish I could have some of the money back I spent on bees. I don't know how much. But anyway. So we were talking about this the other day. I was telling Noah about some of the things we used to get up to before we got married, and you know, and when you just started in the Air Force and that. And I used to go around. There was a group of about 6 or 7 of us down in Cornwall, my brothers included. Used to go around, and I'd love to catch up with a guy called Barry. Right, this guy called Barry. Right, I think we kept him going, to be honest, financially, but he was our 9-seat minibus, if you like, driver, right? So we always called on Barry.
I'm sure.
Always called on Barry, right? He was a Camborne taxi driver. I don't know if he's still going, right? But we called on him all the time, and we'd have Barry, and then we'd split it between us. And Barry would always be there to rescue us at the end of the night. When we said he'd be there at 2:00 in the morning, he'd be there if we pay him up front, like. And he'd always be there, and he'd rescue us, and off we'd go back to Campbell, wherever we were. And I'll never forget that. And I used to say, I was telling Noah about the money we used to spend on nights out in Newquay. And it'd be like, so we'd go out and buy new clothes in the afternoon. And then, you know, you'd then go over to Newquay and you'd be over there by about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then you spend the entire afternoon and evening then doing the bars and then going into the clubs and that kind of stuff. But it's the cost in it. And even back then, I mean, what was I, 20? I was in my 20s, wasn't I? So back then it cost us a fortune. So God knows what people are paying now. You know, you're talking when a bargain was about a pint lager for £2.50. Yeah, that was a good bargain back then. Now pints are about a £5, aren't they, or something like that?
Olivia said when they go out, her and her
£5.
If they were to get around for like her and her friends, like a shot, like a vodka and something each would be a tenner. Yeah,
I mean we'd probably spend £100, and that's your night. That's your taxi. That'll be getting a kebab like that at the end of the night, rubbing a kebab in your face and everything. You know, that's the whole lot. That was £100 back in the day. Sometimes I just wonder I'm still here, to be honest. Great times though, especially Newquay, blimey. But then obviously being in the Air Force, we used to do it all around the world as well. So Germany, where else we've been? Germany, Bavaria, my goodness me, Bavaria, what a place. Germany, Austria, Norway, just all over the shop, you know. And then it's just makes crazy. And it just came to me and I was telling Noah about it. And
God, Julia's 2020. No. Oh no.
Mad Dog 2020.
Still sell MD 2020.
Yeah.
Do you know they still sell that stuff? I was going to call it something else. God, geez, that stuff was lethal.
For me, the one thing that I cannot, and I mean this, I cannot smell it. It turns my guts. Is Thunderbird.
I can't cider.
Thunderbird. Can't do it. Thunderbird, red or blue.
Any cider makes me want to throw up. I mean, we don't drink at all. No, we are.
I know.
Teetotal.
I know. It's just as well, isn't it?
We haven't drunk in about 7.5 years now.
I don't miss it at all.
I don't miss it at all, and it's one of our kind of quite strict. We don't have many strict rules,
not stricter stuff,
but it is one of the rules with the kids that I don't want them drinking before 18 because there were so many mistakes made probably by us as teenagers, and I just want them to know that I want them to be confident in the fact that they can go out without drinking. I don't want it to be the other way around.
Yeah.
Like they have to be drunk to go out, because that's what I was like.
Me too.
You know, so far so good. Even though I don't think they can afford to do it now anyway. But diamond white, no,
nuts.
Not
diamond white. 4-pack of diamond white. So you used to be able to crack the top off as well, like that on a windowsill around the back of the nightclub.
I used to open beer bottles with my teeth, which is why I've got a missing tooth. My party trick. I used to open them with my tooth. White lightning.
So they used to back in Campbell, and obviously because Cornwall's quite well known for making cider and making scrumpy specifically. And it's
do you remember the scrumpy?
It's the clear.
No.
So there was this scrumpy they used to make with no bubbles in it, right? It was just like apple juice, and you could drink it like apple juice. But the guy used to sell a demi-john, so you get like one of these 2-litre demi-johns for £5. Yeah, I was lucky to wake up from one of these once. I swear. Yeah, and it's like you wake up in the morning, it's like someone's shoved a rod through your head like that, and you're like, oh, crazy. Great topic of conversation.
I used to work at Southampton Institute, which is like not Southampton University, it's the Institute, which is like the other university, if you like.
Pops, yeah.
And I used to work there as an exams administrator, but I also used to frequent the student union bar and used to work there as well. Oh God, the amount of snake bite and black.
Well, we used to get if we were a bit skint, you always used to go when we were teenagers. Like you used to go and get a bottle of Bow, so you get a bottle of Strongbow because that was about £1.50 for 2 litres, wasn't it? That stuff, a bottle of Strongbow or something like that. I remember plenty of beach parties with a backpack full of that stuff. But yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So we've kind of like the kids know our history a little bit, but. You know, it's not that much. But what we said to them is try and keep them It's
I
just
just want them to have the confidence in themselves and know that they don't need to go out and be drunk
and
to
get
be
wellied
funny or anything like that. That, you know, they can just want them to have their own confidence.
How did we get on that?
Somebody mentioned Hooch a minute ago as well. I used to love Hooch.
Do you remember that first came out?
WKD.
When Hooch first came out, I was a bar manager when Hooch first came out.
I got watermelon
people went
WKD
nuts for
on
it.
my Bacardi Breezer on my wedding dress.
I was also talking to Noah about when I was a bar manager and how we used to draw people into the bar. And one of the tricks that we used to do, we used to buy all the premium lagers. So you'd either get an 11-gallon or a 22-gallon of your lagers. So you get Stella, Kronenberg, all the expensive ones. But you'd go to the brewery and say, "What have you got that's a bit ropey?" And they'd say, "We've got this Pilsner." Yeah. All right. And we used to call it Pissner. And we used to sell this stuff for £1 a pint, right? And people would get wellied on it, and then they'd run out. We'd run out. Yeah. Well, you got everybody. The bar's like 5 deep now, and it trying to drink this stuff for £1, and then they go on the other stuff. That's how I used to get people in. I'll never forget that. We used to sell this stuff. It was it's
do you remember it
horrible stuff.
Taboo and Mirage was the other one, wasn't it? Do you remember that stuff?
I remember I got drunk one Christmas on Baileys. Oh,
I quite like Baileys. I think if there's any alcoholic drink that I ever miss, or any time, because I don't miss drinking at all, but the only time I would say is I did used to like having a Baileys at Christmas.
I don't miss it at all.
No, I don't drink. I don't miss it. I don't miss the hangovers. I don't miss drinking. I just don't miss it at all.
Beer fear. That's the worst thing, isn't it? Beer fear. The next day, and you wake up and
Star said moonshine in the US.
Oh yeah, they must still make that. They still make it in the moonshine.
I don't know how we got into that. We were talking about our hobbies, and that's.
Well, we were talking about fishing and stuff. No, it's because you said then you found beer,
drinking, yeah,
and I said, yeah, you're right.
I used to do ballet when I was very little, and play the piano. That was my hobbies when I was a child. I can still play the piano a bit.
Southern Comfort's another one.
Let's not stop talking about that now.
Southern Comfort.
We've got like 20 odd minutes left, and we've got loads.
Oh, have we? Right, sorry. Right, okay. Next, Sally. Great question. Thank you very much. So, Danny G, how are you doing, Danny? If I could bring back any childhood food or program, what would it be? Oh, do you know what? I have. Right. So, I used to love homemade chips in the deep fat fryer.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you can beat it, to be honest. And my mum used to cook it in lard as well. Probably got something to do with the reason why I've got stents now, but let's not go into that, right? But home cooked chips in the deep fat fry, and you could hear them bubbling away in the kitchen after school, and you were starving. And
we all used to have deep fat fries.
Oh, chips!
I mean, I used to live in a pub, and obviously we had a fully kitchen with fries and everything, so you know,
homemade chips.
But we did have. I remember having a deep fat fryer when we didn't,
and they were just the best. They're just the best. They were amazing. And you used to have like fish fingers, chips and peas or whatever with sauce. And vinegar. I can hear children dilly-dallying outside the door. So yeah, that's I missed that the old deep fat fryer. But of course these days, you know, you can't do it, can you? You can't have deep fat.
Chip butties are the best as well.
Trying to think what else we used to have as kids. I don't know. That's the one thing that sticks with me is that
scampi in a basket.
Meaderies.
Oh my God, no! That's going back.
We're back on the booze now, aren't we? Cornwall do these restaurants called meaderies. They're medieval eating houses. They're amazing, and you just eat off a wooden plate. You get chicken in the rough, chips, whatever. Your scampi and chips, all this kind of stuff. They sell Monk's mead. You know, the honey mead. Honestly, I've had a few nights on that as well. Yeah, air dried chips with a little olive oil. I mean, I'm going like total old school here, you know, where you had like a whole stain of grease going up the wall where your deep fat fryer was. Did anybody else like when they were younger? Did you used to have an old cloth that you wiped the top stain with, and it used to stink, or was that just us? Because nowadays you've got all your antibac sprays and stuff, haven't you? You used to have an old cloth wipe up the sides. Minging. Food or program? Yeah. So, but food, yeah, that's definitely one for me. Anything from you for that one?
I said mine.
Did you?
Mm.
What did you say?
Scampi in a basket.
Oh God, yeah. Sorry, I missed that.
I don't like scampi now.
Thanks, Danny. If there was one thing you would change and why from Sparkle budgets, right? One thing I would change and why. Do I go deep, or do we just say like? I think if we're going to go deep, I'd say greed, the human emotion. Get rid of it. I think it would solve all the problems in the world. Personally, that one human emotion, greed. Get rid of that. There's no more problems. I think. Was that quite deep?
It was quite deep.
It's quite deep, wasn't it? So say hi to Karen Brown. How you doing? Kelly, how are you doing? Sam Bergwin and Jean and Janet, how are you doing? And Margaret and Bunty and Jill. Oh, I missed the other. Sorry. How you doing, guys? Right, that's a shout out for you guys. Ben. Sorry. Helen Wilson, how you doing? All right. To your mum, Helen Salisbury, how are you doing? Beverly Braithwaite, how are you doing? Are you okay? I think there was another question down there, and then I'm nearly done. Would we consider, this is Kelly, would we consider filming, making lunches and dinners? Because she's a foodie. That's from Kelly Pocock.
I do some dish up dinners over on my TikTok.
We're getting better.
I'm not ever going to film the kids eating or things like that because they don't want. It's just not something that they want, and that's fine. But I do dish up dinners
on TikTok.
Kind of cooking dish up dinners on TikTok.
The problem is, it stems back from when the kid, because we've been doing YouTube for like 7 years now. Isn't it?
They don't like being filmed.
They just don't like being filmed eating their dinner. It really throws them off. I don't like
filming them when they're eating dinner.
And it makes me feel, if I'm filming them and I'm feeling uncomfortable, then it's wrong. If that makes sense. Same as Zoe. If she's filming and she feels uncomfortable or the kids feel uncomfortable, then it's wrong. We should all feel comfortable with what we're doing. And normally what we'll do is we'll say to everybody in the house, just film in a minute. All right, I'm just filming. All right, I'm just in here filming or whatever. I'm just going to film this bit. Is everybody all right? Yeah. And sometimes like we can be out for a walk and you won't see Evangeline, but she's out with us because she doesn't want to be on the camera. And that's absolutely fine. So I'll say to her, I'm just about to film. Do you want to jump behind me or whatever else? Do you know what I mean? So we're very, very conscious that although we film and share our lives, there's limits. And those limits are kind of guided by us and the kids. So that's it's always been one bone of contention, and it's filming meals, because especially like Christmas as well, you know, that's why sometimes we'll time lapse it instead, and we'll just say the kids, we'll just time lapse them for a little bit if we're going to share it, because it's easier, you know, because it's just a time when, especially with teenagers, they hate it, don't they?
To be honest, we don't eat till late anyway. Teenagers don't eat till late anyway. So
I wouldn't like to be filmed eating, to be honest with you. I've got cereal on the go. I've got milk down my chin. Do you know what I mean? And the worst thing I could do with a bib sometimes, I swear. Right, but the worst thing is that when we were being filmed for TV, you'd be troughing your cereal like Shrek, right? And then just through the window, there's a guy with a big camera filming you, and you think, oh God, he's filming me, damn it. So we get it. We totally get it. Do you know what I mean? I don't want anybody filming me eating my Chinese either. It's like a scene from Jaws. So, you know, I'm starving by that time of night. Oh, God. Right. I'm done for questions on YouTube. Thank you very much, guys, for that.
We've got some over here on...
I'm just going to find Insta quickly. How much time have we got left?
We'll do the Facebook ones first.
All right, go for it. So, Lester, Liz, how you doing? 45th wedding anniversary on the 9th of August. Congratulations, guys. What do we see ourselves doing in 10 years' time? Would you still love to be vlogging or have other plans? Would we consider hiring a minibus or a motorhome to tour around?
We were talking about that the other day. We were saying to the kids, how cool would it be if we had like a fleet of motorhomes? Because we'd need a few.
Great.
But But I don't think Elizabeth. I think haven't you got like? I know you've got to be 25 to hire a car, and I'm not sure if. But yeah, that would be something worth thinking about.
We actually thought if we could get a big motorhome with a shower and a toilet. Yeah, I mean, I know like a lot of places where you go camping have got the ablutions there. That's a very military term. They've got the ablutions there. For anyone who knows what ablutions are, they're showers, bogs, and sinks. So we were thinking if we had one of those and had tents around it, you know, with like a big one in with some little ones or something, we could work it out, couldn't we? Zoe doesn't like camping.
Zoe doesn't like camping.
She doesn't. There's no Bear Grylls here.
Unless it's in the south of France where it's nice and warm and don't like midges and rain. And that's basically Scotland, midges and rain.
You end up waking and you're floating away like that on your inflatable. See you later then. Because there's been torrential downpour, especially in that tent we had we had a tent with a base that wasn't.
We didn't have a built-in ground sheet.
Built-in ground sheet, thank you. That's what I was trying to say. So it didn't have a built-in ground sheet.
Everything got wet.
So if it rains, you were kind of for it. We made that mistake, didn't we? We should have done that. So, well, where do we see ourselves in 10 years? I don't know, guys. It'd be nice to.
I'd like to be in our own house.
Our own house, bigger house.
A bigger house, yeah.
Hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube would be great, or for all of our platforms to really work really well. I don't know, really. It's just, I suppose health is another thing as well, isn't it? It's just as long as we're all healthy as well. But it would be lovely to have our own place.
Yeah.
It would. Not for any other reason than it's our own place. You know, it's not for the reasons that we're embarrassed about being in a council house or anything like that.
Like somewhere bigger.
We just like our own place. Something that we've bought ourselves. Thank you so much, Kiwi Man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, I guess, or to be honest with you, you know, we've got dreams and ambitions. We know what we want. We know what we're trying to achieve out of doing all the social media.
I didn't go to Bevlin. Sorry, this is.
Go for it.
I didn't go. I went to Miss Annette's in Camborne.
Yeah, Miss Annette's.
Which is actually where, sorry, totally, but Bevlin, that just took me right back in Madrid. Actually, my friend's daughter goes to Bevlin. I'm pretty sure that our niece went to Bevlin as well. I went to Miss Annette's, and then when we moved to Cornwall for a short period of time, the girls actually went to Miss Annette's because my best friend's daughter went to Miss Annette's, and she was like, well, she's 10 years younger. No, not 10 years younger than me at all. She's like 10 years older than Olivia.
Yeah.
So she would have been like 13, 14. And my best friend, because Ben obviously lived away, would take the girls for me. So they actually started ballet. Olivia started ballet when she was 3. And Lizzie used to do it as well. So yeah, they used to go to Miss Annette's. Sorry, that was just a complete Cornish blast from the past there. As soon as I saw that, I was like, Bevlin. So yeah, we went to Miss Annette's. Carry on.
What was you talking about before?
I can't remember.
10 years from now.
10 years.
So obviously, yeah, we've got our dreams and ambitions of where we want to be. And we're just going to work as hard as we can to get there. But I mean, like sometimes on YouTube, it's very much a roller coaster ride. Like 1 month you could be doing really, really well, and the next month you're doing a lot worse than you were the previous month. And that's across the board. That's from how much you can earn and all that sort of stuff, and subscribe.
Someone said hello, Oreo, and I was like, where can you see my cat? He's there in the window. I see you, baby.
Wait, oh no, I'll move my head that way.
I see you.
We'll go get him in a sec.
Can you get my washing in? Please. Is it raining? Please tell me it's not.
Oh.
Better not be.
Thanks, Julie. We got the shed done. Flipping heck. That was a full day's work.
Look at him. He's looking at everybody like, look at me. I'm neglected out here. He's literally been outside for about an hour, and that's the only time he's been out for the whole day. Look at him. Look at his little face.
We've got to tell you, right? Isabel, she loves Oreo, but she is desperate for a Springer Spaniel.
She's going to come home with one day.
Desperate.
I swear. She said, I'm going to buy one myself. I swear she's going to come home with one day.
But the problem we've got is
we don't have the space for a dog.
Not at the moment, not with the cat as well.
No. I think the cat is too old anyway.
Yeah, but she's desperate for a Springer Spaniel. And yeah, it's just it's a really nice idea, actually. It's a really nice idea. But oh, my goodness, I don't know. Could we fit one in at the moment?
No.
It's too much. And from what we've heard, Spaniels can be a bit crazy as well. And you've really got to train them well and that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Look at him, little
Julie, you've just reminded me I've got washing out.
I've got towels out because I'm fed up with having to use my tumble dryer in the middle of summer.
It's crazy, isn't it? It is crazy. Yeah, they do. Spaniels, they need a lot of that. So we met a guy, actually, we were out on one of our walks, and he had a spaniel as well, didn't he?
Cocker spaniel.
And he said they are a lot of work.
I think cocker spaniels are more work. Springer spaniels are a little bit different.
They're a lot of work. So it's kind of like, yeah, not at the moment, but it's a nice idea for the future, isn't it? It's a nice idea for the future. Anyway, come on, another question. Do the teenage kids ever argue? From Natalie. How do we deal with that?
Just let them get on with it.
Let them get on with it. So Olivia and Noah are the best of mates, but my goodness, they can fall out as well. They're like a married couple.
Yeah, like in a second.
Like in a split second.
And then they're best mates again.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, the way we've brought them all up is to, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze.
Oh yeah.
It's gone. We've always been very open, as in like talking. Everyone's got their own views. Everyone likes different things. Everyone likes and dislikes. Everybody is different. And we've brought them all up to be like that. And we've also brought them all up to respect that they all have different views.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes there's arguments on these things. And sometimes it's like, for instance, some of them have very different political views and environmental views, and sometimes I have to be like, do you know what, you're best off not discussing it, because you think this and you think this, and neither of you are wrong, so but you're not going to agree with each other. But most of the time, to be honest, they do get on pretty well. I mean, a lot of them work together as well, but they have their moments. But equally, I don't get too involved if they don't have major arguments. They have times when they don't necessarily get on.
Yeah,
I think they get on. I think they get on pretty well, and
well.
They are there for each other. They kind of bounce off each other, and different kids have different relationships. And as they've got older, like Isabel and Elizabeth,
friendship groups
are now quite close. Where are you going?
I'm going to let the cat in.
So Elizabeth and Isabel have quite similar interests now, and Elizabeth and Eva have quite similar interests. So I think I don't think it's a negative question either, because we'd be lying if we said they didn't argue, because they do. Oh, hello. What are you meowing for? You gonna come over here? What? Come here. He's just gonna sit and meow now.
He wants to chill out. He wants to chill out on someone's bed.
Yeah, he wants to go up into our bed. Hello. I think just teaching them that.
I got him, Nikki.
To have respect for each other's views. And sometimes if you can't have that respect, then to keep your mouth shut, basically, because it's not necessarily fair. Say hello. It's so beautiful. Ew.
It also depends what mood they're in, really, doesn't it? The teens.
We have a lot of teenage girls.
We have. Yeah, we
Need
do.
I say more?
Need you say any more? And
the other thing we've always taught them is to respect each other's stuff. Like they don't borrow each other's stuff without asking. They don't borrow each other's clothes without asking. I mean, sometimes they get, like Olivia was wearing a hoodie the other week and she was like, I don't actually think this is mine. I think it's somebody else's, but accidentally. But they don't go in each other's like bed space without asking. They wouldn't, because they're from a very young age. We've brought them up because they've always had to share rooms from a very young age. We've brought them up. So that is their bed space, and the little ones now as well. That is your bed. That is your bed space. You don't. nobody else goes in it unless you invite them in it. Like Joseph will sit in Agnes's bed in the morning and stuff like that. Those are really important things.
For me, it stems from being in the military when you used to have to share like initially in basic training, you were sharing a 14-man room.
That's their space.
And then later on, right the way through my trade training, we shared a 4-man room. So there was a bed in each corner, with a central table. And one of the rules is nobody touches any of the other person's bed space. It's just an unwritten rule. And I took that back with that. I took that with me. And obviously instilled that in the kids that if that is your sanctuary, that is your bed space, you do not mess up a person's bed space. That is it, end of. So that's always been a real ground rule. It's been do not go in other people's bed spaces unless invited. It's as simple as that, isn't it? But there you go. Yeah, so teenagers. Yeah. I've got time for one more question, I think. It's gone 8 o'clock, isn't it? We'll have to get the little ones to bed in a sec.
That last is probably one of the last questions. I've got what Gary says. What are Lizzie, Olivia, and twins doing academically this year? Lizzie and Olivia are working. The twins are both going back to college. Charlotte's doing
check Instagram quickly just to make sure I haven't missed anybody.
Isabella's doing sport and fitness. And then we have another question from Hannah who says, "How do I feel the pregnancy and birth experience differs from England to Scotland? Was your experience any different?" To be honest, I think it's been different in every
NHS trust.
So Cornwall, where the first two were born, it was all right, I suppose. Trelisk, they were born in, it was probably before.
Well, Trelisk is the only hospital.
I think it's got worse now,
it?
But it was okay when they were born. It was fine. And then the twins were born in North Wales. That was probably the best experience, I think. They were like
great little hospital.
I mean, they were
Bangor Hospital.
Absolutely brilliant. They from day one, when we found out we were having twins, they were. I think the thing is as well, the NHS has changed a lot since then. But I had private room.
They made me a bed.
They were brilliant. They were actually. It was very, very good. The nurses all along, the midwives have been amazing anywhere we've been. Well, apart from maybe one place. And then the next, so Noah and Eva were born in Wallingford birthing unit. Mm-hmm. That was amazing, absolutely amazing. Toby was born in an ambulance because my labour was extremely fast, and the ambulance wouldn't take me to the birthing unit because I already had like 6 children at home or whatever. And they wouldn't take me to the birthing unit, so they took me to JR Hospital. I knew I wasn't going to make it to JR Hospital in Oxford, and I didn't. And when I did get there, he'd already been born, and they left me for ages. That was probably the worst experience I've ever had.
It wasn't great.
I was on my own. They wouldn't let Ben in.
I couldn't even get in because I had the kids with me.
They put me at the very end of a corridor and just left me with this new baby. And then they came in about 2 hours later and said, right, let's get you up. And I still had him, hadn't kind of had anywhere to put him or anything. That was not a good experience. And then the rest of them have been born here in Scotland. So Dr. Gray's is amazing. Obviously they downgraded it, which was a big mistake, but they are re-upgrading it, shall we say, now, and only because people have fought, like there's a group of people that have fought for that
tooth
place
and nail.
But it is amazing. Dr. Gray's has been brilliant. So Agnes was born there. Joseph was born in Aberdeen. That wasn't the best experience. Agnes and Florence were born in Dr. Gray's, weren't they? And the twins obviously were born in Inverness because of complications. But again, Inverness was brilliant. Aberdeen was brilliant. In this neonatal, the actual birth experience in Aberdeen wasn't so good, but the neonatal was brilliant. So I think really, I don't think it's differed because it's England and Scotland. I think it's just been different places, hasn't it? Each birth experience has been different with, the birthing units have been much better. Dr. Gray's was amazing. Different circumstances. I think.
It's funny because it depends on the amount of people and the amount of funding and all that kind of stuff, doesn't it, as well? So, yeah. Great question, though. And then last shout out then to Anna Louise, who's asked for a shout out on Instagram. And I think we're there.
I think that's all of them on here.
That's pretty much it, isn't it? Well, there you go.
Oh, hang on. There was one more. from Fiona, who says, any going away holiday plans? Now you homeschool the children, you can take advantage of the cheaper holidays that aren't available in the school holidays. Yeah, they're still not cheap enough, unfortunately. It's just not something we can't do afford this year. Like I've just made the vlog on the cost of living. You know, we worked out that our shopping has gone up by a third since pre-pandemic, a third a week. So when you add that up, if you see on the vlog how much it is. Actually, scary, frightening how much it's gone up.
And personally, I don't think it's just food and shopping. I think it's everything, isn't it?
And
everything.
It's just not something at the moment that's in our reach, unfortunately.
No.
So
it's not. A holiday comes after Christmas and things like that, and
it's not even something Christmas that we can afford. You know, we've been lucky enough to be working in collaboration with Landmark, but which is brilliant. But going away is just not even to the lodge. It's not something that we can.
I mean, we may well get a collaboration with somebody like Highland Hideouts.
Yeah, if anybody wants to give us a collaboration.
We don't know yet. We don't know yet, but we're lucky because we've got a collaboration with Landmark. So you never know. We might just
make the best of what we've got.
Well, put it this way: we've just put the car through its MOT, and it cost us £500, and that's kind of just a normal layout in it of money. So outlay of money. So this year it's not on the cards. Yep. Unfortunately,
other things have to come first, and food and cars and all that sort of stuff. You know, bills, rent, everything else comes first. So
it does. Anyway, guys, brilliant live. Thank you so much. Sometimes I get worried. I was worrying a little bit that when we switched to just doing it once a month, the first Friday of the month, I think it's a lot better. I mean, I was worried that we'd lose a lot of the people that come and watch us, but we still get up to 300 people.
I feel that we have
great.
More to talk about. Not that I didn't like doing them every week or anything like that. I don't mean it in that way, but I sometimes feel that, you know, people have more questions. We have more to talk about when we only do it once a month. So I think it works out better.
I do as well. But thanks, guys. Honestly,
I'm starving though, so
I know.
I got to go get some dinner.
I'm starting to wane. But thank you so much, guys, for all being on the live. We really appreciate it. And like Zoe said, fingers crossed it'll be up tomorrow night. Obviously, I won't have a chance to edit tonight.
Yet.
So I'm going to try and get it edited tomorrow. So her cost of living.
He's got to check. I haven't said anything that I shouldn't have said.
The cost of living vlog will be up tomorrow night. Okay, guys. But look, have a great weekend. Thank you so much for all of your support, guys. We really, really appreciate it. Honestly, we really do. And, you know, we know that you've got our backs, which is absolutely fantastic. Even if we do get the odd growler coming on now and again. Do you know what I mean?
Growler. That's a brilliant word. I love that. Oh, I love that. That's
right.
Great.
Take care, guys. See you soon.
Growler.